Blood's banned out as well.
They're narrowing those
this.
options, yeah.
They're okay with it. Because again, the range problem is going to be there. So, I mean, Aurora too, they basically have a Kimmy. We don't know what the gold laner is going to be just yet, but they could still switch things up. But if AP Bren lock in the Harith here, you pretty much know where the main damage is going to come from. Unless...
Are they forcing YSS? For AP Bren, maybe? A gold YSS?
Gold, yeah.
Maybe.
But it might be even better if they decide to put that in the hands of Shizu.
But are they going utility jungler then? Or Harley?
Feels wrong, doesn't it?
Well, what else do you have? You know, you got Fred, you got the okay. There's a YSS as you mentioned, Rockhart. So that comes through. But yeah, what do they put in the jungle then?
I think Brig is right. Utility jungle might be it's the logical thing to put here.
Like, is it just Fred?
But you're giving it to James Banks, really? You want to give that guy utility jungler?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That might be the move here from Aurora, saying, you know what?
Yeah.
We're gonna put the man with a million moves on a utility. Oh, they'll go the Granger and gotta counter. Granger's rising in stock. It's picked up now.
Yeah.
6 times, was it?
Third Granger in a straight series.
Yeah.
3 series that has a Granger on it.
And it's the Gatot Kimmy all. Oh!
Of course he's not gonna play utility.
Of course he's not gonna play
utility, bro.
Gonna bring a new hero out. Brings out the joy. First one of Season 17.
Excellent.
Let us know. Scan the QR code right here, Superfans. Get a chance to win 1,000 MLBB Diamonds. This is your opportunity. You have other opportunities too. We're giving away 1,000 MLBB Diamonds in different ways. Well, this one happens every...
Hacking those, that's something that maybe Aurora can have in the bag this time around.
I cannot believe we are entering this series with both teams only at 2 wins each. For the first half of the season. Not something you would expect, especially from Aurora. So it means this is going to be the deal breaker for both Aurora and AP Bren.
I would say it's going to set their pace for the second half of the regular season.
Yep.
And, you know, I really do feel like, oh, that was stolen and taken.
Uh-oh.
Shizu. Well, man, that sucks for Demon Kites.
There's just no other way around it, bro.
There's no other way to say it. Shizu's like, let me just trot on over here, and boom, I'll take the purple.
Who would have thought it would be a gold laner invading the purple? Okay, but that's at least a flicker already.
Team Kite's mad.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I would be so mad if that was me.
Yeah,
and now he's going to be a little bit more delayed, especially in this coming turtle.
It also makes it harder for Domin Kite in a way because this matchup already, usually YSS is pretty favored in the gold lane matchups. So now that he's got a purple buff, gives him a bit more of an upper hand. They're going to focus here in the mid lane. James Panks is just around the corner. Doesn't have a level 4 just yet. Domin Kite will get out just in time. He'll be fine. So no first blood going, but I mean, you can already see this small little gold lead that's building up for AP Bren. This will actually set them in a pretty good position for that turtle, but I think Demon Kite even himself, once he gets this level 4, you can see he's nearly, what is it, it's about a level behind right now against James Panks.
Yeah.
So he's got to catch up to actually get into that first turtle.
The bigger one is on the gold lane, actually. Shizu got so much gold.
Yeah, I know they look like very small things, but they feel huge, especially for Aurora in terms of them being able to set things up for the first part of this game. And we're already very low on this Lapu Lapu, also using the Bravest Fighter, so that means, oh my goodness, look at AP Bren. They clearly have control of the start.
This is why, you know, these small things that you see happen in the beginning minutes of the game do compound. They do add up. And so giving a team like this, AP Bren, who has a lineup that should be able to shine, especially with a lead like this early on, they can make something happen. No one's gone down yet, but, you know, they are ahead of Aurora, and Aurora has to kind of catch up. That's why we see them trying to make plays here.
Okay, they're going to try and go for Nova. Still has the Wick Sandguard in the flicker, so he'll be okay. Still no kills on the board.
Yeah, that was closer though, because I feel like we kind of sometimes we forget there's like really strong anti-heal built in onto the Baksha. So this Khalid will actually suffer more and more as this game goes by. That might be a little bit of a ticket or a license here for Aurora to make more aggressive plays.
KLVJ missed this hero. It's too obvious. Yue is first blood. And oh my goodness, who would have thought that KLVJ would actually be joining that? Oh, look at that combo! Mountain Shocker both and the Raging Sandstorm.
Wow, James Banks gets a double, picks up a Genius One already, and Shizu rushed the Hunter Strike. He went for that first item because he had such an advantage in the gold lane, and that's why you're seeing the members of Aurora get melted down before they can even react.
And in these last few team fights, we didn't even see the Rim of Joy, the electrifying beats used up properly. It was like a fadeaway. So the majority of the damage actually is coming over from Aqua, from KLVJ and Nova, Shizu as well.
That's why we were saying, you know, that combo that is deadly, just with the Khalid and the Valentina, but then you allow a hero like this, a Joy that we have not seen in the season just yet until now, that James Banks brings it to the table. You kind of remember, you know, how much damage Joy can do, and now it's going to work synergistically because you have the Genius Wand, you're able to go ahead and pop the electrifying beats, you can get into the fight of Aurora and let the team capitalize on it. So Aurora's got no option but to just take this objective. We'll see if the rotate happens fast enough.
Mountain Shocker already used Light, trying to zone, but James Banks still makes it. That's the AOG, but it's KLVJ with the last hit on the objective, and he gets taken out by Aurora.
Turtle for a kill, I'll probably take that any day, especially right now. And not to mention, your gold laner is actually getting a lot of free takes. Although there is still really good pressure coming in from Aurora right now, it's getting mitigated. We're seeing Nova and Aqua just in tandem.
Yep.
Making sure no invades happen.
Aurora's job right now is to also take care of Doming Kites. He just did pick up the Sky Piercer. They have some ground to cover still, down about almost 2,000 gold at this point, but as long as Doming Kite farms up, catches up a bit in the gold, you can see he's still about 500 gold behind, but you know, we've seen this with Grangers before. They're definitely going to have to build up. And then once they start getting those stacks, that's where they become dangerous. So AP Bren needs to continue to play into this advantage that they have. Aqua will go ahead and pick up a Glowing Wand, so that'll help deal with some of that sustainability that comes also with the Gatakacha on your side with a Revitalize.
Something really interesting for me, though, is the fact that we don't really get to see Edward rotating out of his lane that much. I don't know if it's just KLVJ really doing a great job at holding him down, because look at where KLVJ is. He's not even in the EXP lane.
He's trying to help out here a lot. I don't know what they're trying to do in terms of just leaving Edward. It's weird that Edward's usually the guy who left in the lane. I normally see him the one cutting and then rotating to the fight. That's not happening here.
Yeah, I think he kind of knows the assignment right now because they're playing on the back foot this early on, that Edward just needs to go ahead and get farmed up to a point where he's kind of that bruiser, you know, for the team, because Demon Kite as well. Eventually they'll be there. Him, Demon Kite, and Light will be such a big part of this front-to-back composition where they provide space to Demon Kite and Yue as well. Like we've seen with Akimi a lot of times, you know, you're just playing for that traction pulse, and the damage is respectable from Akimi itself, but they're really, the job here for Aurora's lineup is let Demon Kite get to where he needs to be. This next turtle, last one of the game, comes up here. Aurora wants to go ahead and get this one. They're all in position. Now AP Bren, how do they respond? Nova spotting out Aurora here. Mountain Shocker used as well. Oh,
okay, that's a traction pulse. Dodged by KLVJ here. Finally, the bravest fighter coming in from Edward, and now Aurora secured the turtle. KLVJ, he gets to survive that. AOG doesn't land. Nova looking like the next target. That's a stun from the last shaker, and Edward will be finding that kill.
Yeah, we're really seeing the punish here coming in from that Baksha. The Khalid just cannot withstand the amount of pressure, and the healing is not catching up.
So that lead that AP Bren had is gone. That's a big pendulum swing now in favor for Aurora at this point. 7:15 into this game. And we'll put them in a position to actually go ahead and secure a Lord once it comes up. So now AP Bren is one of the ones in the position where, you know, they were throwing so much at Aurora, but now they have to be a little more decisive. So I'm also, one thing I'm looking at, Edward, 1v2.
Oh, he wants to go for Shizu, but that's two members. Oh! The dodge from Shizu! Edward gets outplayed by two!
That was athletic. That's what I like to call the athletic flicker.
I was still a 1v3 though. So.
Okay, yeah, it was 3.
Hey, he's a brave fighter for a reason.
He's a brave fighter.
You know, he tried.
And the problem is, while all that's happening, obviously Shizu got a kill. Dominkite actually received 3 lanes worth of minions, plus a tower on the bottom side of the map. So it's not like they just gave up Edward. They got it. They did it for a reason as well. So seeing the gold here, I think we are going to see the Granger a lot more comfortable in the next few minutes. Core items locked in, Hunter Strike as well as the Sky Piercer, so he's fine. Just don't die. But look at this. Oh!
Okay, that did not land, but look at... Oh, KLVJ the king! Every single time he could look for a setup, he's gonna go for it, and now it's James Banks finding you in the back lines. Landshaker committed here. But that's a copied Bravest Fighter by Aqua.
There you go. But that was my question earlier. I'm wondering what ultimates Aqua would go ahead and take, but hey, AP Bren fights back. They counterpunch into Aurora themselves. And this is going to be an interesting Lord take once they decide to go for it. Light trying to hold on to that tier 1 up top for Aurora. Meanwhile, James Panks is going to go ahead and grab his purple buff. Most likely orange, and then lead into this Lord. So Demon Kite and the rest of Aurora got to be ready for this fight. Yue doesn't have a flicker, neither does Domin Kite.
Yeah.
Something to take note of here, but neither does Kill VJ or Nova. So some big battle spells for both centers on both sides. This is just going to be a full-out brawl for the Lord.
Yeah, this is a literal dance. You can't shortcut or anything here. You can't flicker forward. Has to be very honest. They will try to go for an honest fight here.
They're going to go for it. Light spots him out.
Light might go for the stun. The taunt lands and he steals the Lord away from AP Bren. Shizu kills Light, but then could they find more? It's going to be KLVJ next on the chopping block. The Domin Kite picks up the kill, and now it's Aurora going for the chase.
What is up with the red trees here today? I am just seeing non-stop non-junglers taking our main objectives, and it's really helping out for Aurora, especially in the chaos. Doming is just on a free hitting spree.
Yep, gets a stack. That's something he's definitely going to need, but great job there by Light. I'm not sure if we're going to see them get to the base turrets or the holy shields
Probably
down.
not quite yet.
Yeah, because AP Bren, it's not like they're down massively. They can actually still fight and hold Aurora here. So they'll do just that. Oh, shifting stars.
Demon Kite gets caught under the turret now, and there goes the Raging Sandstorm, landing on Yue! But the flicker! He's still alive! He's being chased out by Aqua and James Pax, and James Pax is currently on a mega kill, but Domin Kite gets traded down. That's an AOG2 coming from Light, and AP Bren are going to disengage.
A great response from AP Bren, even dealing with the Lord. They'll find the perfect targets in Yue and Domin Kite to take them out.
Yeah, AP Bren definitely doing the right steps here. Although with that last engagement, I think Aurora is flexing. You know what? Try to go for a 5v5 brawl with us. You're probably not going to come out on top. So they do still have a lot of that firepower, especially when you're clumped up together. But AP Bren, they're dancing it beautifully.
It's all about how AP Bren utilizes the tools that they have here between a Kill VJ, like we just saw, Nova as well, and also information given from Shizu with the Mountain Shocker. So there's always this opportunity for them to go ahead and have at least the visuals that they need to go ahead and set that up. Also, Aqua, again, on ultimates that he can take to go ahead and help them secure a team fight here. So AP Bren, I'd say, still in relative good grounds to contest, find a pick-off if they can. I'm not sure if they want to actually, let's say, I don't want to say waste, but like if they want to use a flicker setup from Nova to try to get a pick-off numbers advantage before the next Lord. That could be something, or they just go for taking out a tier 1 turret in the mid lane, at least to open up the map a little bit more for them, because they're so pushed forward towards their base right now, and they don't want to, it seems like they just don't want to overstep into Aurora's territory.
Yeah, this is basically AP Bren playing it a little bit more safer because they know they kind of just need more maybe gold or items onto Shizu so they can actually go ahead and demolish. James Panks looks really good right now as well. Watch out for that guy. He's going to be very electric, especially if Aurora make sure that they don't have like that crowd control to lock down this Joy.
Yeah, actually, even just looking at the items from James Pass, I feel like this is really enough to eliminate either Yue or Domin Kite once he actually gets access to them. And as you mentioned, the only means they could probably utilize to just prevent James Pax from going for that dive is either the stun on the back shield unity, which I don't know if you want to use defensively, or the taunt from Light if you're able to time it well enough. And
just those two. Or Bravest Fighter.
Or the Landshaker from the Bravest Fighter. So
let's see, Aqua still looking for an ultimate to take, at least for now. The Lord's already at half health. Shizu's up towards this top side. I think he wants to go ahead and push that lane first, as he does. So he goes for that shot. Again, he can get here pretty quickly. It's just going to be a reset, though. So neither team, with as even as this is in terms of itemization and firepower on both sides, you can't overstep. But look at Aqua, look at Nova. There is a conceal. He's going to go ahead and use it.
Set. Oh, KLVJ now going for that set, and it's James Max trying to provide the damage. The Lord is very low, and Demon Kite still secures it either way. KLVJ 2 with the stun from the Mountain Shocker, and they've surrounded Aurora. They find Demon Kite and Human, but the AOG from Light catches Shizo.
Oh, they're on the hunt for James Panks. They have a lore to walk with. Can James Panks pop off with his million moves? Is he going to be able to escape this? Oh, they know. Light's charging up.
He's still gonna dash. He's still gonna find the target, but Dominkite has the damage.
No shake and bake here.
Man, no shake and bake. That is kind of sad to look at. But look at Domang, man. He's going bananas. He's doing it everything.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That was a two-man setup, but the damage wasn't there. It was just Nova and Dominkite's now on fire.
Oh, the Lord's going to go ahead and charge into the turret. So much just happened off this Lord take. They are most likely going to lose this turret unless they just don't push in any further. And we're jumping in. A couple shots from Dominkite.
What?
Oh, jump in.
What? Light actually still wants to
Just
fight.
for the turret.
Okay.
all right. Excellent ISO play from AP Bren aside. That was actually just a really, really good Aurora disengage, and as well as a clutch retry from Demon Kite. Man, that looked so bad for a few seconds.
Yeah, it's good that Demon Kite was able to actually secure the Lord there, because it almost looked like for a second, too, that AP Bren were just going to clearly win that fight. I don't know if we'll get a replay at it, but Nova actually tried to zone out Dominkite. And unfortunately for him, you know, the team just ended up losing the fight. Maybe the Raging Sandstorm could have worked better if he was able to use it a little bit sooner.
He went the long way around.
He went the long way.
Around the rock.
Yeah. They got to surround Aurora, but maybe that wasn't the best position to be in for a lot of these players that we saw earlier. But
Yeah, and the follow-up by Light as well with the AOG. You guys saw that?
Yep, to go ahead and help Dominkite secure the kill again.
That's crazy.
He's got stacks now. That's the danger area. Edward's going to jump forward, gets the stun. Shaker on kill VJ, but again, he's going to be fine. And so it's just, it's just testing the waters here from Aurora.
Yeah, the big, the silver lining here for AP Bren is they can still kind of access most of their jungle. Unlike some teams or unlike some matchups where your jungle is completely off limits now.
yeah.
They can kind of just get stuff in. James Max also hasn't quite reached his ceiling yet.
Yep.
I think he's on 4 items. Double checking. Yes, he's on 4 items right now. So he's not quite there yet on the damage department. And that's unfortunate because he's like the major damage dealer aside from Shizo.
Yeah. Shizo, at this point, he doesn't even seem to be prioritizing joining team fights just yet. I think there is a bit more focus on still, of course, getting in that farm. Because either way, if you use the Mountain Shocker, you get that slight speed up, so it'll be a lot easier for you to catch up anyway. And you're the guy assigned to just do this kind of strategy, similar to what we see from Onyx a lot of times when Savero is on the Eastern Shin. But Aurora are actually bursting the lore right now. It does get reset. They need a bit more info.
Shizo's pretty far from this one. He's coming from the back.
Oh, KLVJ, he wants to go for the stun. He doesn't use it though. They're actually after the hero! But you and Dominkite can handle themselves! AP Bren, they don't find the targets that they want!
What a traction pulse.
The double marksman is doing it!
Yep.
Jumping from light.
Now it's Shizo, one of the
Jason Shizo.
marksmen. And the Christmas won't save him there. Dominkite is unstoppable. James Max gets stunned, gets to use the electrifying beats. But look at Dominkite shaking and baking, as you mentioned right there.
There it is. They're going to work on the mid turret. They're looking to end the game.
They stun Aqua. Now it's godlike and a 17-minute game for the Northern Lights.